If you have two or more client profiles on your email list and you don't know who is who, right, then this video is exactly what you need, because I'm going to share with you how I helped the guy on IG segment his email list and how you can do the same for your business. So my name is Boris, and for the past months I've been helping coaches, consultants, agency owners, founders, and course creators scale their business with email systems. So this is actually the story of a guy who reached out to me on Instagram, right? And so he was basically complaining about his open rates, saying that they were quite low, like 28%. Now, what the story he told me was he was first a therapy coach, right? Meaning he was helping people overcome anxiety and live better lives. And he later transitioned to being a business coach, which is helping therapy coaches get more clients and leads for their business. Now, it happens that when he was a therapy coach, okay, when he was still a therapy coach, he was signing up people on his email list, right, through lead magnets and landing pages. Now, when he transitioned to being a business coach, he equally was signing up subscribers and yeah, leads on the same email list. But it turns out that he was now he's currently sending, or at the moment he reached out to me, he was sending email campaigns to both of those people, like people interested in his therapy coaching services and people interested in his business coaching services. And the problem is he was getting low open rates basically because he was sending like stuff on business coaching still to subscribers who had subscribed on his email list for his therapy coaching services. Okay, and so that's why he was getting quite like very low open rates. And the problem he was facing was, now, when he told me that, okay, I asked him to segment his list, and instead of sending his email campaigns to the entire list, he should send his email campaigns only to the people who were actually interested in his business coaching services. So people he signed up when he became a business coach, right? Now, he told me that he couldn't do that because when he was signing people on his list, be it when he was still being a therapy coach or when he was a business coach, when he was signing people on his list, he had no trick, like he wasn't tracking the type of people who were signing up on his list, or he wasn't tracking where people came from. Like he had no tagging system in his email service in his email software. Okay, so people were just entering on his list and he didn't even know who was who, and that was the main problem. And yeah, so that's basically what he was asking me. Wait, let me make you listen to the voice messages so you actually listen to what he was telling me. So wait, listen.
Hey mate, sorry, I'm absolutely stacked out with calls. But feel free to voice note. That'll probably be the best option. I tell you what, the thing I was looking at my emails, and I've got 19,000 contacts in my Go High level, and my open rate is 28%. So it'd be nice to get that up. Everything else I've got on lockdown, mate. Like my diary's full, too full to be honest. I'm coming away from one-to-ones and going into group programs to help other coaches, therapists, counsellors to get as full as I am. So automation's nailed. It's just the email marketing side is pretty slack.
So here is basically saying that he has some problem with his open rates, and you can see in the header like he has transitioned from being a therapy coach to a business coach, right? And yeah, so and here is the other voice
Mate,
note.
so yeah, my email list is always quite active. Up until like sort of last week when we've done the transition, it's been active, and it's a mixed bunch on there. But even if there's only 500 coaches, that's still great, right? So I've just done an email sequence today to go out for 7 days, all about the transition and my story around.
Oh, okay, so I can't make you listen the entire voice notes, and yeah, so here I'm simply telling him to make some segmentation, right? Like segment his email list, and he responds, but how do you know who is who? So actually, as I said, he had no tagging system in his email service provider, and that was the main problem. So yeah, so this video is actually about, like, I'm actually breaking down how I helped him segment his email list, despite the fact he had no data about lead source, right? He had no idea about where each subscriber came from. So let's dive into the actual strategy I use to help him segment his list. So the first thing you need to know is the strategy is divided into two main parts, right? The first part is about getting subscribers to self-identify. Now, how do you do that? Okay, so step one is about send an email to the entire list informing them about the transition and asking them a question about who they are. Now, in this step, you should actually send an email, okay, to your entire list, and the goal of that email is to actually ask subscribers. The first thing is to inform them, okay, that you've made the transition, you've gone from being a therapy coach to being a business coach. And the second goal is about asking them whether they are whether they've subscribed to your email list for your therapy coaching services or for your actual business coaching services. Okay, so let me give you a glance of the emails of the email I wrote. Like the subject line is, I need your help. Preview text is, honestly speaking, let's say Boris. Boris, this might surprise you, but it's been a while already that I've transitioned from helping people overcome anxiety to helping online coaches attract more clients. Meaning, as of now, I'll be mainly sharing ways coaches can attract more clients and grow their business. And here's exactly where I get into trouble. I have a 19,000 email list, and since I'm how I am, it turns out I made the careless mistake. Okay, so here you are simply informing subscribers about the mistake he made. Okay, and now, so right now I have no idea about who is who, which is exactly why I need your help. I really appreciate you answering one simple question. Here it is: are you an anxiety or business coaching subscriber? Simply click on one of the links. The first link is, I'm a therapy subscriber, and the second link is, I'm a business coaching subscriber. Thanks for your contribution. So that's basically what the email is all about, okay? And as I said, the goal of this email, right, is to get subscribers to self-identify by clicking on one of these links. Now, when they do click on one of these links, right, each of these links triggers an automation that assigns a segmentation tag to the subscriber based on the link click. So this part here actually leads us to step two, because in step two, right, we are going to set up an automation that assigns a tag to a subscriber that clicks a specific link. Since we have two links here, okay, let's say a subscriber clicks the first link, which is, I'm a therapy subscriber, the tag therapy will be assigned to that subscriber. Or if a subscriber clicks the link, I'm a business coaching subscriber, right, the tag business coaching, for example, will be assigned to that subscriber. So that's basically what the automation is all about, right? And the goal of this is to automatically segment the list based on user behavior without having to do it manually. Now, let's get to step three. After you've set up the automation, okay, and after you've sent the email, step three is, now before even getting into step three, when you send the email, obviously people will click on the link, right, and they will be assigned a tag. Right now, in step three, you will actually send an automated follow-up within 24 hours, okay, like 24 hours later. That is after you've sent the inquiry email. Now, this will be sent to subscribers who haven't opened the email. No, this will be sent to subscribers who've opened the email but haven't clicked on the link. So you will send an automated follow-up, okay, to people or to subscribers who have opened the previous email but haven't clicked on any link, because there will be subscribers who open your email but who won't click on the link for some reasons. They might be busy with some stuff, okay? And so you need to like follow up. You need to send a follow up to those guys. And the next step, okay, will be to automatically resend, that is 48 hours later, the self-identification emails to subscribers who haven't opened it. Now, we've already followed up the subscribers who've opened the email but haven't clicked on the link. Now we are going to resend our initial email, that is this email, to subscribers who haven't opened the email at all. Okay, we are going to resend that email to those subscribers 48 hours later. Okay, why are we sending it 48 hours later? Obviously, to give them time to open. And if after 48 hours they haven't opened, the email is automatically resent to them. Okay, and the goal of this is is simply to get as many subscribers as possible to vote, because we want to segment the list, right? And so we want at least 90% of the list to vote, so we know who is who on the list, right? And yeah, so after you've done this, obviously you will get a majority of the subscribers vote. Okay, most of the subscribers will have voted if this is set up the right way. And you will obviously have two groups, which is step 5, like segment the list into two groups based on the clicks. That is, one group will be the group of the business coaching. So this is the group of subscribers who subscribe to the email list for his business coaching services, and so they are assigned the tag biz coaching or business coaching, whatever. And group 2 will be subscribers who subscribe to the email list for his past therapy coaching services, because remember he had transitioned to being a business coach, and the tag therapy is assigned to them. So now we've segmented the list, right? But that's not everything, because this is just part 1 of our entire strategy. Now this leads us to part 2, which is to run a re-engagement campaign. Okay, but we are going to run the re-engagement campaign not for the entire list, because we are going to run the re-engagement campaign only for subscribers who have subscribed to his email list for his therapy coaching services. Why am I saying this? Because remember, he's now offering business coaching services, and so the re-engagement campaign is simply to inquire, okay, to inquire about his past subscribers' interest in his future emails, because now he's offering a new service, and so he will obviously. And now the obvious thing is to know or to inquire if these people who have signed up for his therapy coaching services will still be interested or might be interested in his business coaching services. And so that's what the re-engagement campaign is all about. Now, and so in step 5, you realize is about craft and send a 3 email re-engagement sequence to the therapy segment only, now inquiring about their interest in future emails or offers, which is what I just explained. And this is what the re-engagement email look like. Wait. Mm. Yeah, this is what the re-engagement email look like. The subject line is, are we breaking up, Boris? Obviously, if you send it to someone, it's obviously gonna open. And the preview text is, I really want to know. Boris, if you've read my last emails, then you probably know I transitioned from helping you overcome anxiety to now helping therapy coaches scale their coaching businesses. So this said, as of now, my emails will be mainly about achieving that. So I'd love to know if you will be interested in receiving my future emails. If so, let me know by replying yes to this email. Otherwise, click the unsubscribe button at the bottom of this email, or do nothing. In bracket, I'll manually get you unsubscribed. Create. Okay, so as you can see in this email, we are like he's simply asking subscribers to reply with a yes if they will be interested in getting his future emails about business coaching. Otherwise, they could click the unsubscribe button in the bottom of the email, or they could simply do nothing and he will personally manually unsubscribe them. Yeah, so that's basically what this email is all about. And so after you've written this email, okay, you will want to set an automation, right? Because you want to automate all of this. And you obviously you will set an automation that keeps on the list subscribers who reply with a yes. Okay, so if someone replies with a yes, is automatically kept on the list. And this same automation will unsubscribe subscribers who have clicked the unsubscribe button, because remember, you are asking them to unsubscribe if they are not interested in getting future emails. And the same automation will unsubscribe subscribers who have opened the email but done nothing. So if someone opens the email, right, and he does nothing, he gets unsubscribed. Or you can still no or you can still manually do it, but obviously if you have a 19,000 email list, you obviously want to unsubscribe them automatically, subscribers who have done nothing about the email. So that's the automation. So that's what the automation is all about in step 6. Now in step 7, okay, that is after you've sent the email and after you've set up this automation. In step 7, obviously when you send the email, right, some subscribers will reply with a yes, some will click the unsubscribe button, and some will do nothing. Now in step 7, okay, you will resend the email, like this same email, right? You will resend it to subscribers who haven't opened the email at all. Okay, so obviously when you send the email, so there are some guys, some legends who are not gonna open the email, and so you want to resend them this same email 48 hours later. Okay, it's like a follow-up, but only for people who haven't opened the email at all, because remember, those who've opened and done nothing, they are manually unsubscribed. Okay, so yeah, so why are we doing this? We are doing this to give an opportunity to every one of our therapy subscribers, okay, to make a decision if they are going to stay on the list or if they are going to simply move out, because we don't want to keep people who are not interested in his new business coaching services on the list, because they are simply tanking his open rates and in the long run his deliverability. Okay, so yeah, so that's basically what that so that is the actual strategy I used to segment Craig's email list, and you can use it too. Like if you find yourself in a situation where you have 2 or more client profiles on your email list and you have no data about where they came from which landing page or from which lead magnet or from which social media, right? You can use this strategy. It really works. Okay, so this is what you could simply use to segment your list. So the first part is to get subscribers to self-identify, and the next part is to run a re-engagement campaign. So that's basically it, as simple as it is. Okay, so now the next steps. Okay, if you have made it so far in this video, then I guess you are really interested in what I or in what I share in my videos. And so to thank you for this, I am offering you a free audit call where I will move on, or where I will go through to your entire bottlenecks in your email system to actually like figure out what is preventing you from making the most amount of money from your email list, and what should be the next steps you should take in order to like reach your 2026 goals. So yeah, so if you're interested in that, simply book a free call in the link in the description. And yeah, see you in the next video.